I'd give a little tour of my starter stand setup here. I now have it working. So basically the things that I had done, I went ahead and put a breather box here that would normally have been in the bus before, and that's connected up. I went ahead and connected my, what do you call it, non-crushable hose. Comes up here and goes out my window so that I will not asphyxiate myself. I connected a full flow oil system from here. Then I have all my wiring. This is going to seem like a bit of a mess, but the wiring comes out here. You can see there's just a ton of wires here, but basically it goes to my voltage regulator, my fuel pump. I have a ground here on the stand, and I have this, which is the Deluxe control box. So it has a run on off as if you have the key on. This is the starter button, oil light, generator light, ignition. And then what I put in place here is this, which is the Deluxe ring. I had two issues here when I was putting the Deluxe ring. First was that there's a little wiggle room, and what wound up happening is because of the gravity and how when I mounted this on the stand, the starter was too pushed into the gear of this, and the starter gear would pop out and it would almost bind with the flywheel's gear. So I had to loosen up all the bolts and kind of take a screwdriver and gank the starter gear away from the flywheel so that it had separation. And then I sprayed WD-40 around on this gear, on the gear teeth, and now it slips in and out perfectly. The other thing that I did was first I put a starter in, I wired it up, and it turned a tiny bit, but then it stopped, and I realized that it was because I wasn't grounding. You know, normally there'd be a transmission ground strap. This thing was not grounded. You know, I figured, hey, this is connected to this stand. This has gotta, you know, with all these bolts and stuff, it's gotta be grounding to this stand. But guess what? It wasn't. So first thing I did is I took a little brown wire like this. This was really stupid in my lack of electrical knowledge, and I just connected that to this little screw, and then I cranked the starter, and I'll tell you, it almost burnt through this wire. It got so hot, and that's because on the back side of the ground strap, a lot of current is going through from the starter motor that's trying to turn the motor out the ground strap. So what I wound up having to do here is get another big fat ground strap here, connected to here, and that comes up and connects to my Deluxe ring down here below. So this is now all wired up, and all I have to do to start this, let's give it a go. I connect my battery. The battery has all this. You can see that I have my my Deluxe here, and you can see, like right now, ignition is not on run. It has the oil light and the generator light on. So look here, I have this all set up. Interestingly, from my last run, it still has 3 pounds of fuel pressure. What I'm going to do is then I put this on run. You can hear that starts my fuel pump here. You can see the fuel pressure has risen. Now I just hit the starter. Up since I got it all out of the bus and up on the stand, so I'm going to tune it, get everything working really well before I probably put this in a Beetle. So anyway, see how this goes. And now you see my RPMs here. See that? Let's look at that one. I have 3 more back-ordered gauges here. That's oil temp. I'm going to have oil pressure, and then I have my voltage and my amps. So those will go in here, and This here has a magnetic, so I just put a steel plate here and there's a magnet. And now this just turns off like it's the key. And then it turns those lights on. So that is the starter stand, and I'm just going to tune this up, get it ready perhaps for my installation in a Beetle. I'm thinking about getting a Beetle, and I've gotten my trailer hitch in a previous video, and I just got this, which is my tow bar for the standard Beetle, also a 2-inch ball. So I haven't tried this out yet, it just came today, but it has the pins, so we'll see if I can get that going. Really, I'm trying to get this motor in place. See my fire extinguisher, I was all ready, and that's working great. All right.